We sent you a bag of popcorn. It's time to crack that open and start enjoying. Kick your feet back on your couch, enjoy the rainy day, and watch us here live. What I want to make sure you guys do is make sure you go to glowmission.org. Go there. You can watch online there live. You can also give there. Please like the page. Also share it. We want as many people as we can getting involved, so it's a great place to give. And remember, this time right here is sponsored by Families First, and they're our sponsor. And so what is given during this time will be matched. So make sure you go online, give, and whatever donation you make will be matched. And we have a goal that we want to reach, and so you guys can help us reach that. So what we're going to talk about is the orphan's perspective. And so what I want to talk about is, how we ended up falling in love with these kids. And it's pretty easy because when you go and see these kids, they're just like your kids. And you see them, their parents, nobody to take care of them. And you go into their life and show them a little bit of love, and all of a sudden, man, you're just you're helping set them on a course for success. And so that's what we've done in the Glow Mission. And one of the stories I love to share is about one of our grads, Maxine. And one of my first trips there, after I got up and shared, he came over and sat by me. So I asked the interpreter, I said, does he want to talk, and she talked to him, and he said no. He said he just wanted to sit by me. And so right there, he had me at that. He just wanted to come and sit close to me. He didn't want to ask me a thing. And so I began to ask him his story, and he began to tell me his story about what had happened to him, how he ended up in the orphanage. And when he was, just a young guy, man, just 6 years old, he was having serious troubles inside of his house that made him think at 6 years old, I need to leave this situation and go out onto the street. So if you can imagine that, that's right there, just breaks your heart, because here's this sweet kid thinking about him being abused in that way, which caused him at 6 to rationalize, I'm going to go out in the street instead of stay here. So anyway, that really endeared me and gave me such a heart for these kids, because so many of them have a similar story of how they've had to walk through abuse, how they had to walk through pain and suffering. We know that no kids should have to go through that. And to see him go through that, see these other kids go through that, your heart just goes out to them. As a parent, it's so it's just a natural impulse to want to help and take care of someone who's been left alone. And so that's what's happened with us. And so what I want to do now is, again, remind you, go to glowmission.org, and please go there, give, share, like. We would love to see you all day long. You can also, when we share it with people, they can go to that website and they can watch us there. So who I want to introduce you to today is our sponsor for this hour, and this is Spencer Swain. His wife is Aurora. They started Families First Ministry. Families First, and I would love to have him come on. He's one of our board members, and he's going to tell you about what they're doing in the community and also how they got involved with Glow. So, Spencer, come on out, buddy. This is Mr. Spencer Swain. Amazing man of God. Love this guy. He's incredible. You're going to love him too. And I'm just sure every word that comes out of his mouth is going to be dripping with wisdom, okay? Just expect that already. Is that a little pressure on you there, Spencer?
Thank you. Appreciate that. Do you have a question?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. My question is, what are you guys doing with Families First? Families First, what are you guys, what's your ministry doing?
So we started 5 years ago.
We're still live.
So 5 years ago, we just noticed a need in the community for families who were just isolated, and my wife had been involved in a home visiting program to help at-risk families get ready for really life, and to help with developmental screenings and just overall life. So God asked us to come out onto the margins and go meet people where they were, which I have a lot to say about meeting people where they're at and the Glow ministry. And then one day, one little kid looked at my wife and said, because she pushes education to get kids into preschool and to get them ready for first grade, because we know that the research is that by third grade, if they're not reading, and there's just such a word gap that they're probably not going to make it. So one little kid looked at my wife one day and asked her, he said, if you start a preschool, I'll go to it. And this is a little Hispanic kid. They were scared. They didn't know how to get there, how to do it. And so we started a preschool. And that preschool in 3 years turned into 3 preschools. And so our mission at Families First is to nurture children, empower parents, and strengthen the whole family. We work with a lot of families isolated from the community, and we help them get connected in all areas. And the preschools help us do that, but really the heartbeat of our organization is being in the homes, teaching ESL classes, GED, helping people check off things that help them grow economically and just get off their feet and break cycles of addictions and of poverty and so forth. So that's what Families First is.
That's awesome. Now, what I want to ask you too is, now, how did you get involved with Glow, or why did you get involved with Glow?
Well, that's a pretty easy answer, because you give, you follow, you want to be with people that you believe in, that you love. But more than that, when we came to Cabarrus County 5 years ago, our family was being loved on at the church we went to, the Refuge, by Pastor Andrew and Dar. And there was just a sense of genuineness, integrity, and just, I'm going to love your child. And we felt so safe, and so it was so inviting for them, and it still is today, because they built a place that we could believe in. And so when she called and asked, it was, I've been asked before for different boards and things, but when she called, it was, I was saying yes while she was asking, and I've never said that. I've never made that quick of a decision, so it really was that easy. But I guess, you know, for whatever I can do, I haven't been able to go to the Ukraine, but certainly if I can believe in someone who's been called by God to go do this, and I know that what is being done is being effective, and whatever you give today, I can assure you that it's being directly given. Being with them since the beginning, we've seen the ups and downs, and we've seen God do miracles, and we also know that the funding that comes in goes directly to impact these kids that are in this orphanage. So you can be assured that your funding, your help, is being stewarded in a way that I don't think I've ever seen, but it's been such a great opportunity to be a part of it.
All right, Spencer, thank you so much for sharing that. He's one of our board members, has come alongside of us. His Families First organization is one of the ones in Cabarrus County that people talk about as far as a good, awesome nonprofit organization, what they're doing. So we're so happy to have him on board. And want to remind you guys, go to glowmission.org, glowmission.org, and you can give there. You can watch us live, and we're so excited to have you with us. Spencer, thank you so much for coming up, man. So appreciate you and Aurora. And, man, we're just excited to have you guys with us. Remember, right after I go off, we're going to kick it live to the Ukraine, and Dar will be there live. So anyway, love you guys. Come out to Holy Grind. All the profits for today are going to the Glow Mission. So come out, buy as much coffee as you can, buy it for everybody. If you got an office today on Saturday, I feel sorry for you, but buy them coffee. Buy your family coffee. Buy everybody coffee. And all the profits come to us. So, man, it's a great thing. You get something, and you get some caffeine in return. It's pretty good. And they got pastries, all kinds of stuff here. There's mugs you can buy. Like you have, check this mug out right here. What does that say?
This says Super Dad. My son picked this up and asked me if I could buy this for him. And it's so symbolic, really, of why I'm sitting here. I can buy him this mug, but your buy-in to this really does help a kid without a family have a dad. And that means so much. I asked him on the way here, I said, what would it feel like to not have a family, Luca? And he said that he would feel left out, alone. He came up with this word as a 7-year-old, disrupted, is what he said. And he said that he would not feel like he belonged to anything. And then I asked him another question. I said, well, what would it feel like if you lived somewhere with a bunch of kids and, it was cold all the time? And I said, then you were getting out and you didn't have anywhere to go. And the first thing he said to me without hesitation was, I would go look for a family. Now, if you can imagine these kids coming out of these orphanages in Ukraine, knowing the stories of their friends who have gotten out and where they've gone to, if you can imagine them walking out of an orphanage and there's a dad, Andrew, there. There's a mom, Andrew, there. To take them, to catch them, and to take care of them. But to be a dad, a super mom to them. Not just for the day or week or month, but to begin equipping them for life. So this morning I'm so thankful that to have him with me today. I'm so thankful to have a family, and I'm so thankful that a lot of these kids, I don't know the numbers yet, I'm sure Andrew's going to share that, but how many Ukraine kids have a family now with the Glow Ministry and especially with all of the teams that they're equipping over there. So when they get out, they can have a super dad and a super mom and a super family, because when they leave there, they leave people there that are still taking care of them after the trip. So I'm just so excited to be here and to be touched by this ministry.
Spencer, thank you so much. Remember, go to glowmission.org. You can give there. You can watch us live all day. And now we're going to kick it off to Dar. So, Dar, love you. Can't wait to see you.
Joanna right here with me. This is Joanna, our translator. Love her. No, that's great. And these are my kids. These are some of our kids from Emerald City that I've met over several years. I've met some of you like 3 years, right?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm introduce you to Vanya.
Vanya.
This is Anya,
Anya.
Vika, Matt, and Simon. And they're going to give you their perspective of what life has been like living in Ukraine in the orphanage and then life outside.
Они расскажут, как с их перспективы их жизнь выглядела в детском доме, ну, в интернате, и что они чувствовали. Да.
All right. So, any of you who want to answer, just answer.
Кто-нибудь хочет сейчас ответить?
Okay. What was life like for you when you lived in the orphanage before you got out? What was life like in the orphanage living?
Да, как ваша жизнь выглядела, когда вы жили в детском доме?
Она выглядела легко.
It was easy. It looked easy.
Не было никаких забот,
You didn't have
переживаний.
cares or like any like anxieties about anything.
Типа, не знаю. После выпуска все стало по-другому.
After graduation, everything got different.
Значит, как-то все это навалилось, вот, и это, то есть, как бы начал уже переживать за какие-то даже мелочи, то есть.
Yeah, I started caring about even like
Уже
little things.
жизнь только в твоих руках, и то есть ты уже дальше решаешь, что и как.
I understood that my life is in my own hands, and I have to decide what it's gonna look like.
Big kids beat me all the time in orphanage.
Big kids beat them all the time in the orphanage. Yeah.
На русском, наверное.
Really?
Большие
Did you beat them?
дети всегда
Да.
любили
Сашки били.
Sashki. Okay.
в детском доме.
So is that one of the main things you remember, like orphanage life, was just lots of fights, maybe?
Yes.
Все, что ты помнишь, это много
Э,
драк, много
no.
ссор.
I remember candy and Christmas presents.
Okay.
Я помню
Yeah.
конфеты, помню рождественские.
I remember first teacher
Помню первого учителя.
and I remember my first love.
Oh,
Я
first
помню
love.
мою первую любовь.
Yeah. It's amazing.
For good times and bad times, right?
То есть были хорошие времена, плохие, да?
Like 50-50.
50-50? Okay. Was orphanage life easier than it was before you were little? Well, you were little. You were little. Let's hear from the girls. What was your experience in the orphanage?
Какой ваш был опыт?
Очень огромный плюс того, что родительство, это то, что я сама решаю, что мне делать и когда мне делать и как мне делать.
A big plus when, after my graduation was that I am deciding for myself what I do, how I do things, and yeah.
Вот никто не заставляет тебя танцевать,
Nobody makes you to dance
сделать что-то руками.
or to do with something with your hands.
И это потрясающе.
It's incredible.
So you were happy to have the freedom to leave.
То есть ты была счастлива иметь эту свободу, когда ты вышла оттуда.
Before we go on to you guys, what were some of the obstacles you had after you got out?
Какие трудности у тебя были, когда ты вышла?
Мне было одиноко очень.
I was lonely.
И мне было страшно.
I had fear.
Вокруг были люди, которых я совсем не знаю.
There were people around me that I didn't know at all.
Но сейчас уже все наладилось, и я этому очень рада.
But now everything is okay and I'm so glad.
С течением времени становится все легче и легче.
Over the time it becomes easier and easier.
И возникает много трудностей, но по сути они решаемы.
And I have so many, like yeah, I have so many obstacles and things, but we can like go through them very well.
И было много ситуаций, которые мне помогло решить голову.
And there were many situations that Glow helped me to like decide some decisions.
And after orphanage, and I don't have experience from spending money.
Right.
Yes, my first money, my first stipend, and
Раньше
I
я не
lose
знала,
all my money.
как
I don't have
распоряжаться
it.
деньгами.
Don't have experience.
We're working with Simon right now. You're going to hear about that in his interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pray for Simon. We're working, even today, with Simon. Okay, what about you, Mika?
Что, как насчет тебя, Вика?
How did life compare before and after?
Можешь сравнить жизнь перед и после выпуска?
Ну, после... Это там тоже было неплохо. После лучше была свобода, но...
It wasn't bad in orphanage, but after I feel like it's better because I have more freedom.
Did you have some difficulties when you first got out, or how did you feel when you first got out?
У тебя были какие-то трудности первые, в начале, когда ты вышел? Как ты чувствовал себя?
Как сильно я представляла себе чувствовать.
Yeah, it wasn't like I imagined but still I had some obstacles. There were difficulties, where documents, where should I go? Yeah.
So basically, maybe not having people around to help was kind of hard.
То есть было сложно, что не было людей, которые могли бы помочь тебе с этим, да.
What about you, Vanya? What was your experience like before and after?
Какой у тебя был опыт, Ваня? Перед или после выпуска?
You could live over here.
По-разному. Наверное, мне было сложно ехать в автобусе первый раз в другом городе.
It was hard for me to drive in the bus the first time in another city, to ride the bus.
Я сидел, это я помню, это я ехал с Бахмута в Краматорск, я сидел, чтобы не уснуть, чтобы не проспать, чтобы не очутиться непонятно где.
I remember the first time I was riding the bus from one city to another, and I was so scared to fall asleep because I thought if I fall asleep, I would miss my
Так
station.
привык, что для меня это вообще очень легко, да, просто.
Yeah, but now I understand. Like I got used to it, and it got so easier for me right now.
Еще мне нравится, что я могу делать то, что в пределах разумного.
And I also
В пределах
like that
разумного не перейти.
I can do anything that I want. Like of course, like in a smart way, in a wise way, but like I have like more freedom.
Yeah, so we all like freedom, right?
Но нам всем нравится свобода, да?
No, you don't like freedom?
Мне нравится.
Мне нравится свобода.
He's our newest grad. Would you rather, like, do you miss the
No,
orphanage?
yes, I like people think about me.
Uh-huh.
Like maybe say, Simon, stop, don't do this, or Simon, you have this, please do it.
You like that?
Yes, I like this.
So you
This
miss
is
that?
yes, I miss. This is more easy, and I like this more comfort. But right now I'm just one, and then this life, and then people don't say, Simon, let's go up to go university, and Simon, let's go up to go eat. Simon, start cooking. It's too hard.
It's hard. Okay. So
I'm
Simon,
not ready.
Simon has only been out for 2 months, and I know from these guys have all been out for over 2 years now.
Да, Саймон выпустился 2 месяца назад, и все эти ребята выпустились больше двух лет.
And so do you remember feeling like Simon did at the beginning?
Помнишь себя, когда ты только вышел, как ты чувствовал себя? Так как Саймон?
Did anybody know?
Нет.
Not the same,
Not the same. But you had some fears when you
У
first
тебя все
got
равно были страхи, да, вначале?
Yeah, some problems. Didn't you get lost your first day out? I thought I remember the story about getting lost
Ты
the first day.
первый день ты не потерялся разве? Мне кажется, ты рассказывала историю.
Да, первый день, получается, я гулял с другом Ваней Котовым.
Yeah, my first day I was walking with my friend, with Vanya.
И общежитие закрывалось с 10 часов, и уже в 9 часов мы решили пойти вообще.
Закрывалась?
Закрывается
А вы
здесь.
вышли из общаги?
Да, мы гуляли в центре.
Yeah, I remember that our door was closed at 10 p.m., but it was 9 and we were still up, like downtown somewhere.
То и Ваня сказал, что он дорогу не знает, я сказал, что я знаю, пойдем за мной.
And Vanya said that he doesn't know how to get back, and I was like, I know how to get back, so follow me.
И мы очутились там возле выезда, там мост такой возле выезда из города.
Yeah, and we turned out to be like we were near some bridge or something.
После этого Ваня сам никуда не ходил.
So yeah, they got lost, and Vanya never followed me anymore.
Ну, в общагу мы попали в 2 ночи. В общагу мы попали в 2 ночи.
So we came back to the door at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Did they let you in?
And тебя, ну,
Да, пустили.
Yeah.
Ну, я в первый день, я просто...
That was my first day.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Куда глаза смотрят, туда иду.
Wow.
Без разницы.
Yes.
And my favorite, and I live in orphanage, and my so favorite, this my city. You know, yes.
Uh-huh.
I think this is best city in Ukraine, and I love parks.
Your
I
new
love
city.
walking. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is so good.
Yeah. So he's learning his new city, and it's a nice city.
Yes, and for first months, I'm also time go walking and go see park, and then and go to stores and go to attractions park.
Yeah.
This is like, wow.
Yeah, so there's some adventure there.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask all of you guys what the hardest thing is for you right now. What is the hardest part of life
Хочу
for you right
спросить,
now?
какая часть вашей жизни самая сложная сейчас?
Сессия.
Exams.
Exams, school.
У меня, наверное, что делать дальше после обучения?
Maybe what to do next after my school, after
Okay.
my study.
Больше, наверное, проблема с жильем.
More, it's about my where am I going to live?
Okay.
Что я столько нажил и не знаю, куда теперь это деть.
Because I have so many things right now that I lived with, and I don't know where to put it, like where to get it.
Okay. Yeah, your desk, your.
Ничего, я тебе помогу упаковать.
All right. What
Перевести
are,
надо куда-то.
Я перевезу.
okay, I don't know how you're thinking about your future and how you're gonna.
То есть
How
ты
you're gonna
думаешь
make it.
о своем будущем, как все будет.
They all get stipends from the government if they stay in school. So right now they have enough money to kind of basically live. Some things get a little more expensive, like you know, we end up helping them with extra needs because it's enough for food, but there's other needs that come up, or when they get sick, and you don't have to this part. But medicine and things like that, dental care, things, you know, Max just got glasses. There's some extra things we help them with. The ones that are in school. Some of our grads are not in school anymore and have lost their stipends, and that's a different situation. But while they're in school for 5 years, the government will, as long as they're in school for 5 years, they will get enough money for food and housing.
Yeah.
So, what about the rest of you? Biggest fear, the hardest thing in your life right now?
Как насчет вас? Какая у вас самая сложная часть жизни сейчас?
У меня такое, я же просто сразу заканчиваю, не знаю, идти дальше или
Идти дальше учиться или не идти? Yeah, I don't know how. Do I have to continue my study or I stop going to school? I don't know what to do.
Okay. And these are problems that my kids go through. So I understand. Is it, do you have people in your life around you to talk to and ask advice from about these things?
У тебя есть люди в твоей жизни, с которыми ты можешь посоветоваться об этих вещах? Нет, да? Yes.
Okay. All right. Bye. Anybody else?
Кто-нибудь еще?
So, anybody else want to say?
Мне вначале мало было контроля.
А?
Мне вначале мало было контроля. Ну, я просыпаюсь утром, мне на пару уроков лень идти.
Контроль.
Контроля. Но первым утром проснулся, я говорю, Ваня, давай иди на уроки. А тут я проснулся и думаю, типа, мне никто не говорит, Ваня, иди на пару, я будильник на 2 часа.
Yeah, so like before he had like control, but now he doesn't have control. So like he needs to be responsible to wake up by himself and like to set up the alarm
Yeah.
in the right time.
That was one of the hardest things for you, wasn't it?
Это было сложно для тебя, да? Это типа без контроля.
Да, не то чтобы сложно, но просто,
Непривычно.
да, непривычно как бы.
Yeah, it wasn't hard for me. It was more like I didn't used to it.
Right. Yeah, and overall that's what we've heard from our kids from all of the input is that life was easy. It sounds weird to say life was easy in the orphanage, but everything is done for them, like everything. And so a lot of them don't, when they get out, they don't really know how to do much for themselves at all. There's a lot of caretakers and people, orphanage staff that are paid for the government to take care of them. So they haven't been out. We've had some of our kids not even really know how to interact with shopkeepers and things like that. If you think about, you live in a very small, closed community, a lot of people don't have the experience of a lot of interaction. And so just the people's cooking skills, taking care of yourself, getting yourself up, those are obstacles. And of course, they're also teachers. So we're just happy to be there, to be someone in their life, to have people here. Every day it seems there's someone who needs help with something, that even advice, we can point in the right direction. So we're so thankful for our people here on the ground who can help, reach out, understand the culture, because things are very different here. It's been a big learning curve for us, but we love these kids and we're trying to be the best family we can be to them. So love you guys so much. And we're very committed to this group of kids. You're going to hear a lot more through the day about that and what we feel about this group, but we're kind of trying to see them through. These
тяжелее. Да, когда ты ждешь родителей, они не идут. Хочется поддержки. Ну, как бы больно это очень. Боялась, чтобы быть не самой. Просто быть брошенным не хочется. Чтобы были люди рядом.
Любов в сім'ї. Та я це не знаю. Я з сім'єю не жив в сім'ї, я це не знаю. В інтернеті нормально все чувствую. Заботиться обо мені. Я взагалі нічого не роблю. Просто прийшов, поучився, пішов, поїв, потім пішов, погуляв і ліг спати. Все. А потім, як вийшов училище, то я вже зрозумів, що треба на роботу йти і гроші заробляти сам. І прокармлюватися сам. І я таки думаю, як же самому жити?
В первом, втором классе я очень хотела, чтобы у меня была мама. Я видела, как у детей других есть мама. И не хватало очень сильно родителей. Очень сильно не хватало. Хотела, чтобы была какая-то поддержка. Было страшно самой. Да, там сильно любви я не получала, чтобы, знаете, как в семье люди растут. Мама, папа приходят, а ты молодец, ты такая хорошенькая, ты там, да. Вот. Но у меня такого не было часто. У меня было это бывало, но редко. Но я хотела бы так, чтобы вот так вот дать детям то, что я не получала в своей жизни. Интернат – это мой родной дом. Я его очень люблю и ценю. Я всегда думаю, как я выйду отсюда. Мне страшно, если честно, выходить.
Мама меня сдала в детский дом и сказала, что я там побуду некоторое время, а потом за мной приедет папа. Но папу в то время посадили, и мама просто забыла про меня. И меня забрали в интернат.
Скажи, какая основная проблема у детей, которые живут без родителей?
Они думают, что они выйдут из интерната, и у них будет все получаться, все, что они будут крутыми. На самом деле они выходят из интерната и проходят несколько дней, и они приходят к директору, чтобы он их принял назад в интернат. Я мечтал поскорее вырасти, стать большим. Думал, что большим быть круто. А сейчас хочется вернуться в детство.
Тебе страшно быть взрослым?
Иногда да.
Почему?
Можно я не буду отвечать?
Тебе тяжело?
Да.
Я всегда цього хотіла, щоб взяли сім'ю, щоб я жила в сім'ї з мамою, папою.
Что семья дает человеку?
Наверное, любов, опіку. Коли ти знаєш, ти більше можеш дати чоловіку. Наприклад, я не хочу такої життя своїм дітям. Всі бояться таких дітей брати. Всі думають, що він буде дратися, вирувати. Ребенок, він ж не винуватий, що він став. Він починає дратися в інтернеті, бо він хоче себе захистити, хоче внимання собі уділити. Уділяти йому внимання, любові давати. Він не буде таким плохим, як всі вважають, що діти всі плохі. Я дуже велику сім'ю хочу, то хочеться дітей, щоб усиновити теж.
А что бы ты хотела передать этим деткам?
Просто не опускати руки і завжди бути увереним, що мир не без добрих людей.